Hello, Watunguyas. Hope you guys are doing very well. Welcome once again. Today there's something that has been eating me up, and it has been eating up because I know for several people and so many people, there's this aspect of value. What kind of value do you, there are a couple of ways they say what value or what do you bring to the table, or what value do you bring to an organization, or what value does make you someone a little bit different from other people who are doing the same thing that you are doing. And if it is in the basis of content creation, if it is in the basis of content, what you're sharing and what you're training people. And today I just wanted to talk about 5 key things that maybe came to mind when we are having a discussion about value. And the first key thing and the first component is the aspect of identity. So identity, if it is, who are you? Who is Maurice Andati? Who is Filippo Goda? Who is you? Who are you that makes you different from someone else who is either doing the same thing that you are doing? What thing makes you quite different or stand out when it comes to these different people? And identity doesn't also look into just you as an individual alone, but also where do you come from? What is the context? Who are the people that that you represent? If it is for me, I represent Africans from Africa, from East Africa. I represent different contexts. Someone representing West Africa, someone representing South Africa, and someone representing East Africa. These two people represent different contexts. So, number one, are you in tune with your identity? Because with the identity gives out the aspect of now you understand what is the value, you understand what is the need, you understand how do you engage with the different entities around you as an individual. Then number two, it also kills off the aspects of low self-esteem and so on. So because if you know yourself and you identify yourself and you have accepted your identity, you become in tune with it, then now you build from there. I'm not talking about you identifying you being a specific individual or participating in a specific demographic of a group. Then now you become you tune yourself into a victim mentality kind of aspect. That is someone who really doesn't understand the identity, because when you understand the identity, you understand your skills, you understand your strength, you understand your weaknesses, you understand which are the specific areas that you can reach out to, which are the specific areas that you cannot reach to. So number one, identity. Number two is the architect of new ideas or binary ideas. So what kind of ideas do you bring that makes you a little bit different, that someone can also value you? If it is in terms of developing of solutions, if it is in your community, if it is in terms of agriculture, if it is in terms of public speaking, if it is in terms of inciting even people, when it comes to you having a clear understanding when it comes to the political arena or political agenda, what are the kind of ideas do you bring, and what do these particular ideas make you stand out from different people? Because everyone has an idea. And sometimes when you look at the idea that you're trying to share and you sit down and look around the world, you find even hundreds and thousands of people have this particular idea. So how is it unique? How does it relate to whatever you want to share, or whatever you want to solve, or whatever you identify yourself as? And an idea is not just something that is going to help other people, but an idea also looks into how do you communicate, how do you engage with different people, how do you maneuver if there are problems in the community, how do you view things in the community. Is this something that can be solved easily? Is this something that can be solved in a different way? So you as an individual, how you an architect of an idea, then which is this specific idea that you are building up to, then now you run with it, because now that's what brings the value. That's what differentiates between Maurice Andati and maybe Fred Ogoda or someone different. That's what differentiates it. Then the third thing that I was looking into is your value or your view towards wealth. For me, I won't lie, I think this year is when I've started getting into and starting to understand the different aspects of wealth. How do you build wealth? What is the meaning of wealth? Not just having money and so on and so forth. What's the difference between someone being rich and someone being wealthy? And with that, how does it bring out the aspect of timelines? And in terms of wealth, it's not only just about money, but also in terms of intellectual property, in terms of you building your community or people around you, because this is what your wealth is. Then number two, how do you interconnect, and whom have you connected with when it comes to the world, as you saw that now they can know what you do, they can understand what you are doing. So with this now, it also builds the value. What is your understanding in terms of wealth? What wealth do you bring? Because maybe you have really nice intellectual property, you understand how to solve particular issues, so everyone wants to work with you, because with that it brings out the aspect of a sustainability kind of system, or a really huge kind of system. And now people will understand the value of why you should be on that particular table, why you should engage in different kinds of discussions or discourse when it comes to developing your specific community. So when you understand that, and you understand the aspect of wealth, you understand how it's built, you understand the realistic nature when it comes to the world, when it comes to talking about wealth, when it comes to Africa, when it comes to Europe, when it comes to America, when it comes to different continents, quite different. Do you understand? And do you understand the context of that? If you do, let's play with that. Then I think the fourth thing that I had in mind was, when it comes to aspect of value, is what is your understanding when it comes to aspect of freedom, you being free. Because you being free, people always think being free is just living around and running around and doing everything that you want to do and all that. But what the aspect of free? Because me being free comes with the responsibility, not only just for myself, but also for people around me. You see, that's why they always say freedom is not free. You have to earn it. You have to build it. So when it comes to you having discussions and interacting with these different people, what is your view when it comes to aspects to do with freedom? What is the aspect when it comes to the community that you're engaged in when it comes to engagement of freedom? What is it to you? What means to you when I say, for me, when I get one or two or three things, I am free. I have freedom. There's some people, when it comes to, maybe they build a really good family. There are those that make a lot of money. There are those that maybe go back to the village and they're seen as big people. There are those who are aiming to go maybe to a deserted island, and when they're alone and they stay alone, then that is the concept of freedom. Then with this, it brings out now, how do you interact and interconnect with also other people, and how do they play a role, and how do they benefit from that, and how does it also play a role in terms of changing the environment or the community around you, so that now they can understand the value, they can understand what is the vision that you are trying to portray, and be like, okay, now this is the guy that we want to work with, because at the end of the day, our children, our grandchildren, and so on and so forth, when they continue with the direction that he is pushing, then things are going to be better. Then lastly, when you've read down, so you identify, you know yourself, you understand the aspects of wealth, you are built, and you have really good ideas when it comes to development and building businesses and building whatever you're doing. You understand the aspect of freedom. Now it's the aspect of legacy. How do you build now your legacy? And your legacy is not just looking at you as yourself, but also looking at what are the generations that are going to come, what are they going to pick up from whatever you are building right now, so that now it is something that is realistic, and also they can build from that. So what is the legacy, and what kind of legacy do you wish to leave? Is this something that is positive? Is this something that is negative? It really depends, because for me, different people and how people value different things and different people, it depends on the circumstances that they're in. If people love war and you're good in terms of manufacturing weapons and sharing weapons, you have value. And there is a very big legacy. The Andatis are the ones who produce and share weapons. So that is the kind of legacy that maybe you want to build. Or if it is richness, if it is we are the drivers of agricultural development in our specific community, we have a ranch, we are training these people, we are training our community members, community members, they love us so much, so they want to engage with us more and more and more and more. So we are building a legacy where not only just me, but also my community members or my family members are going to benefit from it. Then you'll see if it is something that is quite positive and really positive, you'll find that now people or other community members now want to interact or want to engage with you. So because they want to be associated with that kind of legacy that is being built right now. I know I look like I'm preaching, but I'm really sorry. But when you're talking about value, please look at those 5 things. Goodbye. Peace.